Okay, hello. Here we are in Thriller Retro Haunt. I'm making this video. There's a scary sound over here. Oh boy, there are cats on the other side of that door. It's not really haunted. I'm making this video to kind of document the last moments of the haunt before I tear it down. Thank you, pandemic. Here's the poster from the first year, drawn by my friend John Hansen. In the second year, which was supposedly 1985, got Doc on it there. And we changed our name to Sunday Bloody Sunday for the last year in 2019. And Obama there with his bloody boombox. This is the first room, which is basically the back door. There's the outdoors. As a kid, I would have loved to have a basement that opened straight up to the back of the house for building a haunted house in. And so I bought a house that had one. I didn't buy it because of that, but I decided to build a haunted house in it. Here's the disco ball that was put in because this room, the first year, was Carrie prom scene, so it had a disco ball and stars and stuff. Let's see here. This is the first thing you see when you walk in. Welcome, my children. Chains. This is an homage to a photo that I found of an old Omaha haunted house called the Stone Castle of Terror. And it had a creature, kind of a be-something mask, that was standing in front of this doorway that said "Welcome, my children" on it. And I had a creature right here, but he's not here right now. Now it's recycling. And then here are the stairs. Skateboard grip tape for safety on them. Here's a little thing I can show. This little sign right here I made. Some Velcro patch to hold it there. It says "Actor Out." That way, if any actor runs out on me before they have to take this, like a hall pass, they take it with them. And so I can look down there, and if they've got it with them, then I see "Actor Out" and know that I shouldn't send anybody in. Because we had a couple of times where I sent people in, and we were missing like our lead actor. So, go down the steps here. We have a vintage Christmas light right here. It was pink at the time because Megan was a scary Jim and the Holograms, and she was a greeter down here, and I had a pink star up there to go with Jim. Here's my most favorite piece from Mystery Manor, part of a wall mural that my friend Josh got me. Here's the bucket from the Carrie scene that I was talking about. Bloody bucket. This light's way brighter than it would be in the show. That's just the light that I have right now. Kind of like this grid work I built on there, so no one fell off the stairs. I was just going to make a wall, but then I'm like, no, I'll use these 2x2s and make a cool grid thing. Back there's the stereo. That's where we would do the sound. We just blast some Metallica or whatever it was out of there with the bass turned all the way up. And vintage wallpaper from the 80s. I think it's pretty creepy. Let's see here. Up here we have the original Thriller sign that was above the back door. Now it's up there. So anyway, you enter here, down this dark hallway, and here you can see the Scream engine at the end of the hall. Right, to my light on here. This room over here is now storage. You can see. But you can see the moon painted back there and how the walls are all painted from the last year that we did something in here. This was kind of like a black box theater, black box room. It was different every year. Someone usually would hide in the corner right here behind the doorway, and people would look into the room, and then they would step right out into frame, per se, slam the door, make a scary sound. But back to the hallway here. Here's the a mural that Megan made. In the backstory, the metal kids that made the haunt wanted to call it Scream Engine's Haunted Carnage Caboose, but the youth group leader and the rest of the church were against that name. So they made them name it Thriller, or then Scream Bloody Sunday Bloody Sunday instead. Pretty cool. This is anybody a skateboarder? That's a Skull Skates logo right there, modeled after Skull Skates. So then you come back and it's pretty much pitch black through here. There are, let me see if I can show some. Of course, we've got our string and safety, right? But there's strings up here that are in your face, so you know that there might be spiders, maybe spider webs. Uh-oh. Now this is the new room that I built last year that has never been used. You're in the pit, it's a dead end. And all of a sudden, light, and spiders everywhere! And right there's an opening, and there'd be an actor right in your face that would scare, and they'd be wearing my spider outfit, so that are covered in spiders. And there'd be a backdrop so you wouldn't see the hot water heater. And right up here, we have an actual scary spider that can be raised up, 8 inches or whatever, and it drops. Drops down. Real quick. Spiders! Lots of spiders all over the wall. It took me a long time to paint all these. It's too bad we don't get to do this room. So anyway, enough of the strobe. I also built this door to make it a dead end. And the door would be open like that by the actor, and then that lets you come in to the glow hallway, which isn't glowing very good right now, but it's lit with all these glow-in-the-dark dots. We have arrows now too to help guide people through. I thought it might make it less scary for little kids to have these arrows to follow. Let me do a behind the scenes here. This is what it looks like. Back here, this is the, we haven't got to the tunnel yet, but this is what the tunnel looks like. What a mess. It's a total mess. The tunnel idea was really just out of necessity, because I needed to get from this room right into this room here to over there to the next room, and I couldn't build any walls really because the entire ceiling is just all of this duct work, and so I couldn't run like 2x4s up to secure any kind of a wall through here. So I decided, shit, I guess we'll make a tunnel that they have to go in. And it curves around, and it puts them right where I want them. And they did tunnels back then in the 80s, so works. It doesn't look very safe, does it? But I've seen worse at Mystery Manor, actually. Yep, total mess back here. We're coming down the glow hallway. Coming around the corner here to, ooh, look at that. UV skateboards. They're reissues, they're not vintage. Gator, he's scary in himself. Punk skulls. Yeah. This little guy's really cool. He's got like the Beatle haircut. Eyes glow, he always creeped me out. I think he's got a little upside down cross up here, yeah. I felt bad when I made that, and then I put the word love on it, and then I just covered it up. I didn't want any bad juju in here. This is the skateboard slam, actually, is what it is when someone would come around the corner, the actor would be back there dressed all in black and holding the skateboards up so you really can't see them. and then drop them like that. Skateboard slam. Funny, right? Bam! Look at that, I spun it all the way around. Anyway, skateboard slam. Kind of unique, maybe. Now we move into here. Oh boy, had enough? Chicken exit. This is the chicken coop. We got the funny chickens, we got an actual heating lamp, bloody eggs, and actual chicken exit right here, which nobody has ever used, but if they did, this opens up right back to the beginning of the haunted house. See, there's the stairs right there. So it's really a great way for me to get around in here, actually. For safety, I built it, really, and then for getting around. And also, in case someone really did need a chicken. The only persons that have chickened way before here, though, actually. Oh, this is shaky, I'm sorry. Continue. This is how you continue on through these things. And, whoa! There's us. And there's this guy. Bloody raincoat guy. He's an homage to a scary little guy that was at Peony Park. They used to sit on top of a tricycle up on a balcony at their haunted house. It's a mass-produced prop by Funny Fright, I believe. He even had a little name. But I made this guy out myself. This box right here, I call it the boo box that he's sitting in. I made that out of necessity too, because I didn't want anyone to hit their head on this ductwork up here, which comes right to here. And so, but it's open up here, you see. So I built a wall here so that people had to go over here where there's more room for their head and wouldn't whack them on that. And I built this whole thing just for that. Wasn't that nice to me? Thinking ahead. And then through here to the great guillotine with the giant oversized head hole and the arrows. It says head in. This is how I decided to disguise or dress up the entrance to the tunnel. Is you're actually climbing down into a giant guillotine, which I thought was pretty good idea. Scream in the Dark had a giant doorway you would walk through that was like a guillotine, and so this is an homage kind of to that, only you're actually crawling down into a tunnel which is circular, which I think is maybe even a one-up on the idea. Down on the floor we have, there's Bono. Let me get my light out here. Bono. There's Boombox. Oh, and there's U2 again with their slit throats. Bono was going to be dressed as the devil this year. Vintage Ben Cooper devil costume. But yeah, so here's our bloody guillotine. The blade is just painted plywood, of course, as it would have been. Couldn't see that very well, could you? No light. But yeah, it can be lifted by the operator who stands. I'm just going to have to keep this light out. Stands in the doorway type of thing there, and they can raise the blade up and dangle it, and as people enter, they lift it up and drop it. Yeah, it makes a pretty good sound. Here we have a pass-through for if anybody couldn't go through the tunnel. No one had to use this either, but this opens up and it will go through there, goes into the next room. So let's crawl through the tunnel, why don't we? Oh, it's my cat's favorite place. There's what it looks like inside. Looks like crap, right? Luckily it's dark in there when you're going through it. I think our guillotine operator would kind of bang on the tunnel too as you go through here. Well, I turn my light off so we get a good look at the next room as we come out. Whoa, it's UV. Looking up. Whoa. This room was redone for the next year. We've got checkered panels that are actually vintage and given to me. They are from Mystery Manor, the original checkered room there. There are a lot of wear and tear on them, all sorts of stuff. The guys from Madness Haunted House had inherited them from Mystery Manor, and they weren't using them anymore, so they gave them to me. I'm going to do something cool with them. Our prop has been kind of transformed into just a weird, the wimp signs on there. Kind of a man in the box look with the eyes shown shut. There's ping pong balls in there, but they don't glow very good. Prop pretty much works like it used to. Here's where secret view for that operator back there. He can watch, and he can make the prop fall, which is what it's always done, which is, oh gosh, look at that. That was thrilling, right? Actually scared some people. I'm surprised. But this year, what we were going to do is it would fall over and be kind of ho-hum. But then, right behind it, leaf blowers on each side would have blasted them with air, either as it fell over or afterwards. Here's the original. Sorry, I had my flashlight in my mouth. That was the original prop from when it was a children's corner room. So anyway, here we go. I'm not very good at narrating. I'm sorry, guys. Hello, miss. It's Elvira. Her eyes have holes in them, and I would stick a glow stick behind her so they'd glow green, which was kind of cool. This was the Soviet corner. When we first opened, it was red and yellow, of course, like the big Soviet flag. But in '86, we changed it to kind of be like the Chernobyl hallway. And so we got these red alert, radioactivity. And somewhere down here, right down there, a smoke machine could spray radioactive smoke out from right here. The person could peek through right through there. There's a peephole. The actor could be back there to do that. Here's all my big faces from Retro A Go-Go, I think it is. I modified most of them, like the devil, with all those lines, and made a sugar skull, Iron Maiden kind of guy there. Not sure what I'm going to do with these guys. Let's see, let's go through here. They're green. I mean, this whole wall is a gigantic Soviet flag, which is kind of cool. Green now. Into the hall, we've got E.T. One of the best things ever. Megan painted. Scary E.T. He's going to hang up in my office. This is how we know that this place was meant to be a haunted house, because there's actually this perfect hook that sticks out of the wall up there, right in this weird ass place, for him to be at the end of this hallway. I thought that was crazy that there was something just waiting for me to put that up. This hallway too, it's hard to see because I don't have like a fisheye, but this is my favorite part of the haunt because it's really, really skinny right here. It's like 2 feet or less, and it's the only place in the haunt where we actually break from 90 degree turns. So it seems like you do more because like the tunnel bends and stuff. So here we come around. Got to have the black and white room. And this year, this is the last thing I was working on, adding some 3D to the black and white. These are strips. Can you tell? They're strips of fabric with white tape on them, so that the stripes and the black and white's just 3D all around. You got to push through. Good Van Halen print going on that wall right there. I'm going to leave this wall as it is after I tear the place down as a mural and set my drums up in front of it, my practice area. The wire here was put because I was going to make an air prop that would bang against it, but never got around to doing that. Lots of strips of black, lots of stripes now. We'd have an actor kind of in here in a black and white striped outfit, kind of, you know, how they would do that. He would kind of zoom through here and you'd be like, what is, there's someone in there. And hide behind this wall here that, it's hard to tell. It's kind of cool. Oh, hi there. There's Unleashed Wickedness sitting down there in the corner. Hi, dude. He was the guy that was at the beginning next to the Welcome My Children last time. Anyway, our actor could kind of hide behind this wall that sticks out and be right here when they come through here for a scare. Looking back. Oh, there's E.T. Oh, that's a cool shot. All right. And we come into another obligatory, necessary room, the fake stone room. Took a long time to paint all these fake as hell stones. Some art painting from my friend Tim, his favorite movie. Here's one of the coolest rooms in the haunt right here. The like Tron grid work. Can't have a vortex tunnel, but we kind of, not a spinning one, but we have a vortex of these neon lines that shoot up to this doorway, a painted coffin doorway. And what these are, this is fishing line. They make fishing line that reacts to UV light. I guess some fishers use that. Fishermen want to see the line or something. They make this stuff. And so I spent a whole summer stringing it up. Let's see if I can show. Look at how many little, what do you call those things? Eyelets. They're just all the way up and down. And each one of these runs into them. Back and forth. All the way across the room. And we did it, what, 3 times with this room like this? No, 2 times. Nobody pulled out a knife and wrecked it, which is awesome. Cats like to play with it nowadays. So that's probably probably the most unique room that they came up with for the haunt. And you pass through here to the final area, which has now got a lot of stuff stored in it. There's Ronald Reagan pumpkin. Our donation box. There's the tribute to Cliff, 1986. The Metal Kids made a effects. What is the word? It's like the album cover, you know, with the soldier. This is Cliff. Cliff died in '86. Our hay bales. This wall here is cool. It's covered up, but it says "Ride the Frightening" on it. It's fun. And this is just a big hallway that leads straight. Let me open this. These curtains would then be open when they came back, and they would be able to see that this is the way out, stairs. And then what's cool is this. Okay, normally this part right here, this would be a wall, but now you can see through too. This is the laundry area stuff, but it used to be a wall right here, and it was just like this wall with the silvery stuff on it. And this back here looks like a wall, but it's actually a shelf unit filled with, again, leaf blowers. I think I took that one off. I took that one off to put in the other room. And so it's basically a fake wall that just turns on and blows all the way through here. We've got gigantic strobe lights. One there, and there's one over there you can't see. And this would be the strobe wind tunnel. And this year, the final year, let me move it out of the way here. This wall is removed because I would have hung the silver stuff the same as before. So it looked like there was a wall there. But then It really wasn't a wall, and all my actors that I could get to be around behind it, over here, we'd hang something so that you didn't see the washer and stuff. And, you know, there'd be like 3 monsters or 4 or whatever, all standing behind this thing that looked like a wall, but it wasn't. And it blew away when the wind was turned on, and they'd all scare the people, and it'd be kind of like a casting curtain call thing, you know, too. But didn't get to do that, but I think that would have been a great ending. Have a bunch of people there. There's our interesting Thriller sculpture that I made. That's Megan's face. She made that in art class in high school. I think that's the story. Yeah, it creeps her out. I wanted to keep it though. I don't know. I guess that's about it. You know, it's been a good run, but it's time to make it a basement again. I'm excited to see what it looks like when I take all the walls out and look at the floor and the what I call haunt scarring, you know. I think that should be cool. Well, thanks for everyone who came. And I hope this video is good enough to last, you know, to document it. Now I'm going to babble, so I'm going to stop. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being involved. It means a lot.